Hi. I hope you guys are good. So, this is a slightly different start to the video that you're probably used to. For starters, I haven't actually finished doing my makeup yet. I'm gonna do that thing where people like do their makeup in the lens of their camera, which I always find fascinating. Let's see how that turns out. But in addition to me not being fully ready, it's a slightly different video because I just wanna chat about some struggles that I'm having that you might be having too. And I don't want to call it a vlog because I have some mindset stuff around the idea of vlogging, which I'll come on to in a minute. I don't want to call it a vlog. So instead I'm just going to call it like a behind the scenes, right? I've got like a busy day. It's not necessarily that exciting. I mean, maybe to some of you might find it exciting, but I've got a lot of things to do today. I'm gonna take you around with me, and by around, I mean like around one room in my flat. Tell you what I'm doing, show you behind the scenes, and also just talk about a few things that I'm experiencing as a creator that you might be experiencing too, so we can just help each other. But before I do that, I do need to finish getting ready. I am like pretty much all done. I just need to do like bronzer and stuff, which, as I mentioned, I mean, I think I'm being so, trying to do my makeup in a lens like this, especially with a bronzer which is this dark on my skin, is wild. Like, this is not gonna end well. Anyway, so I mentioned before, I'm having some mindset challenges, which I always am. I don't think I talk about them that much. I think I'm so busy like delivering value and helping you guys through your challenges that sometimes I think I forget to mention that I'm also going through some, and I think being open and honest about them might help someone else as well. So if we talk about the vlogging thing, I don't know if you remember, but I've promised in my other vlogs that I've done, I've literally done like 3 tops over the span of like 2 years. I always promise you guys that I'm gonna do more, and I'm always like, you'll see at least one from me a month and blah, blah, blah. I find them so difficult. I have such mental blocks when it comes to vlogs. I think because, I'm just dropping all my stuff. I think because my normal style of content is talking head style, so I'm just sat in one very specific location, even with a specific camera angle, lighting, that when I film and I'm not in that location or I'm like moving around, there's so many things that come to mind. First of all, I find the whole thing kind of unnatural to me because I'm just not used to being that kind of YouTuber where I'm actually moving my camera. Also, I find it weird seeing my face at different angles. I know how stupid that is, but that's like another thing that I struggle with. And fun fact, when I'm filming in front of my like photos, I'll show you it now. So this is how the area normally looks. Obviously when I'm filming my videos, it's like super tidy, but this is usually what it looks like. I've got like random things just flown on the bed. For some reason, I've got like 2 of the same remote there. I don't know why. But the point is that that's usually messy. So when I try to vlog, I'm suddenly like, oh, should I clean my flat up a bit? Like, it doesn't look as pristine as my usual videos do. And then I think, well, I can't bother to do that because it doesn't really feel very authentic to me. So then I just decide not to vlog, which sounds so stupid, but people message me sometimes saying like, what do? I want to create content, but my house isn't aesthetically pleasing. And it's because we're so used to seeing content online where people are showing their like pristine house and not actually what it looks like. So like my flat usually looks like this. Like I've got dishes to do, like my clothes are out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's messy. There's like a football on the floor. There's always footballs in my flat. Did you just see how small my flat is? Yeah, my other half insists on bringing footballs inside and like playing with his football. Anyway, he's really into football. He like plays it and his job is to do with it, whatever. The point is my flat isn't always pristine, and sometimes I use that as like a bit of a excuse to not vlog, you know? Oh, I haven't cleaned my flat up, or it won't go with my like overall look that people are used to, which is just such a load of crap. So I wanted to share that because I know for a fact that you guys experience the same thing because you talk to me about it. And I think people think like other creators who are like consistent on social media, they think that they don't experience these same issues, and they 100% do. Like I definitely do. So yeah, so let me just get my phone and show you what I'm doing today. Also, why is my camera on a slant? Like it's like this. And I don't know, can you guys see that? It's like definitely on a slant, but it's just on my like camera grip thing. So it shouldn't be slanted. I don't know why, and I'm not gonna fix it. Anyway, let's talk about what I'm doing today and show you a bit of behind the scenes of what my normal day looks like. Okay, so it's currently 20 past 8. I woke up at 6:30. I normally wake up between like 5 and 6:30, depending on how cold it is, if it's dark out, what mood I'm in, how well I slept. I mean, there's so many variables, but at the minute it's been 6:30 because I've not been sleeping very well. Which, by the way, not a flex. I'm a firm believer that like not morning routines, but waking up early, like 5 a.m. club really isn't for everyone. It just depends on when you thrive. Like I thrive in the morning, so I need to get up. Some people thrive in the evening, so you should sleep in late, right? Obviously, if you're able to, don't like miss work as a result of sleeping in a bit late. So I've been up for a couple of hours. All I've done so far, I read for half an hour, I did a quick workout, and then I got ready. Now, my plan for the day, a bit of behind the scenes. Today is a Thursday, which means I have meetings. I try and keep all of my calls to Tuesdays on Thursdays so that it gives me enough time to be creative on the other days and also like work out of the office and stuff. By the office, I mean my 1-bedroom flat. So today I've got calls. I don't have any calls until 12, which is good because it gives me time to do this. Because by the way, another problem I have with vlogging, even though this isn't really like a vlog, is it takes so much time. Like you think it doesn't take people time because you're just taking your camera with you, but like it takes time. Anyway, so I've got time to do this. I'm gonna film 2 additional YouTube videos as well. And then I've got some other like little admin bits to do. And then I've got 2 coaching calls. So I currently run a couple different programs. One is called Creator Income Academy, and that is for intermediate/advanced creators who are looking to like really scale their income. So that's a small group coaching program and I coach them every single week. So I've got 2 calls with them today, 2 different time slots. I also have a call with a potential brand partner and I have a one-to-one coaching call with one of my clients. And also I'm joining one of my old clients on his podcast. I'll put like his Instagram on the screen so you can go check him out. So I'm gonna be joining his podcast at like 3 o'clock as well. So I got a lot on. I'll basically be in calls from like 12 to 5:30ish, which is fine because I've got this break until 12. What I think I might do though, and this is really naughty, sometimes when I've got like a busy day, bear in mind this isn't even that busy, usually I'll be in calls from like 9 till 6. So when I have like a remotely busy day, I let myself like order a Starbucks, which might not sound very extravagant, but to order a Starbucks from like Uber Eats means that I'm paying like £6 or £7 for one coffee. And then I tell myself it's okay because I'm so busy. I'm like, oh Jade, you can't possibly take 10 minutes out of your day to walk down the road and get a coffee. You've got things to do, you've got people to see, which is such a load of crap because I don't have calls until 12. I'm just telling myself that so that I don't feel bad. We all have our vices, okay? There are worse things that I could be doing. Anyway, I'm gonna order a coffee. What, are you getting a blueberry muffin too?
You didn't select that. You selected the sandwich.
Oh, do you want a blueberry muffin? Okay. Right, so I'm getting 2 blueberry muffins, a weird frappuccino thing for Jamie, and in case anyone cares, a vanilla latte blonde bean grande. I'm so excited. Do you know, sometimes I think, I know that's overpriced because like, let me just tell you how much this is gonna cost. So I've got 2 muffins and 2 drinks and it's gonna cost us £18. That's so stupid. I know that's expensive and it might seem ridiculous, but sometimes we all just have those things that we're willing to spend money on. Mine is food. I will spend £50 on a takeaway, but you could not get me to spend £50 on like a microwave or like something in the flat that we actually need. But I'll drop it on a takeaway, no questions asked. I'm honestly so excited for the day when I have my own studio. Like that is my dream, to have one space and I set it up so the backdrop's all really cool. You know, like those OG YouTubers who do talking head videos, but their backdrop is like insane. That's what I want. And then you set up all your lighting. You never have to move anything because that's where you film. Like you have a designated filming space. I do not have that. We live in a 1-bed flat in London, which don't get me wrong, I love, but I am like, I cannot wait for the day where I've got a separate studio space. And speaking of like lighting and stuff, you should see my current setup. Like it's a joke. It's embarrassing, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Okay, so obviously I've got like old school ring light that I've had for a few years now. These are like the things that you put on it to diffuse the light, and I've only got 2 out of 4 of them. I don't know where the rest of them are. And it doesn't stand straight. So like if I just put it like this, I've got to be careful because it's gonna fall. Right, this is me just putting it flat, right? What? It doesn't stand. So I have to like lean it on my tripod where the camera is. What? Like I'm a YouTuber. I've been on this platform for years and this is what my lighting is. It's a joke. I'm gonna invest in some softbox lighting, but it's just like, where am I gonna store it? Do you know what I mean? If this isn't evidence to anyone watching this thinking like, oh, I need fancy equipment and stuff to get started, if this isn't evidence that you don't, then I really don't know what is, because I'm doing all right, you know? I'm doing all right with this setup. Anyway. Okay, so my Starbucks is here, but filming is taking a little bit longer than I would have liked. Let me explain to you why. Hi, Jamie. Jamie's in the background. So first of all, it usually takes me like anything between 15 minutes to an hour to film one video, and it would depend based on what I'm talking about, so like how complex it is, how much prep I've done, and if it's sponsored. So when a video is sponsored, it normally takes me a bit longer because I know I have to land certain points and I can't like wing it as much as I might want to. So I have to be a lot more specific, right? So that's how long it usually takes me. That video took me like 50 minutes to do. And I felt like it was because I was flagging a bit towards the end. And it's such a weird thing, it's hard to explain. If anyone's done similar style of content that I do, you'll know what I mean. It's like when I'm tired, my brain will start to think about something else whilst I'm speaking. So obviously when that happens, whatever I'm saying either doesn't make sense or just isn't good. So my brain started to wonder and I was like, this is difficult. Like I was struggling to really stay in it, but we got there in the end. But another reason why this is taking me longer is because I'm having so many issues with my memory cards at the moment. I previously had two, I think they're like SanDisk Pro ones, 128 gig, both corrupt. I actually spoke about it on my stories of the day. I was so annoyed about it because I did all this filming and then lost all my videos. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. They both corrupt, and then I'm starting to think it's this. Where is it? I won't show the brand name because I don't know if it definitely is the problem yet. My adapter, because I've got a new MacBook Pro, so I need to have an adapter to plug my memory stick in, and I'm starting to think this is the thing that's like corrupting my memory sticks. So I'm using an old memory stick that's tiny, it's like 32 gig, which means I have to transfer my videos off of it like halfway through filming because then I run out of memory stick space. I just feel like that it either was very interesting to you or like, Jade, no one cares. Regardless, I'm about to start filming my second video. This one, I'm feeling not nervous about. I've noticed, this is another mindset thing, I've noticed as my business has grown, I've become slightly more nervous talking about numbers, which it goes completely against what I want my business to be. I really, really want to champion transparency in the creator space. So that's why, even though it makes me feel nervous sometimes, I still talk about numbers because I think it's really important talking about the actual numbers involved here. I think it could be motivating for people. And I also think it helps a lot of creators realize how much money they could be earning and maybe that they're being underpaid at the moment. So the next video that I'm gonna film is all about how my business made over $100,000 from brand partnerships over the last 12 months, which I'm very proud of. But the more my business grows and the bigger those numbers get, the more weird I feel about it. Like sometimes it makes me feel a bit icky, like saying numbers like that. Obviously I didn't get to keep all that money, like I've got expenses, but it's funny. It's like, I thought the bigger the numbers got, the easier it is to talk about, but I actually think it's the complete opposite. I found it easier when I was talking about smaller numbers. Anyway, let me just drink my coffee and move on and get filming. All right, I'm done, but honestly, guys, that wasn't easy. I had to get my other laptop now. So I've now got two laptops out because my old laptop is a MacBook Air from like 2013 or something, and it's still got the port that you need to put your memory stick into it. So I've just been using that now to get my videos off of this memory stick, and I still have to do it really regularly to ensure that I've got enough space to carry on filming. It's actually a bit of a joke. Like I'm gonna do a video, I think, where I share all the new things I'm gonna buy in terms of my kit, and I just give you like a demo of how I'm using it and stuff. Let me know if that sounds of interest to you, because I'm gonna need to do a big Amazon order today probably, because this isn't it. How am I living? You should also see what my current tripod situation is. Hold on. Like, look at this. Absolute shambles. This is what I'm using to put my camera on. Look at my ring light just face down, absolutely depressed, given up on life because it can't stand by itself. It can't stand on its own 2 feet, mate. It's absolute joke. So, on the topic of mindset issues, let's talk about something else that I'm currently experiencing with a specific social media platform that is actually gotten to the point where it's stopping me from posting, and that is TikTok. Now, I genuinely really like TikTok as a platform, but I like it as a user. So I like to go on TikTok and spend an hour just scrolling mindlessly. Like I'm human, I do that like everyone else does, right? The thing what I don't necessarily like with TikTok is posting as a creator. And I've been trying to get to the bottom as to why I don't like it as much. There's one element that I like because it's really like authentic and raw, and I do love that side of it. It just feels like a chore when I need to sit down and create content for it. I have a task on my Asana. This is what I use to plan my day. I've got a task on my Asana every single day, Monday to Thursday, which says post on TikTok, and I've ignored it for like a month. And I always say that if you have a task that you ignore more than a few times, then you've lost respect for the task and it's not going to get done. And I'm definitely there when it comes to TikTok. I just have this like barrier for it where I'm like, every time I've got to sit down to record, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I think it's because my natural style of content is so like 5 tips to do this and blah blah blah, and that's not the style of content that I like that much on TikTok. I don't like that much of your top 5 tips to achieve this on TikTok. I prefer more of like the narrative storytelling style content. So I think that's the reason why I'm feeling some resistance, because that's the style of content that clearly I'd rather make. But I guess because I'm not used to making that style, especially in terms of like vlogs and stuff, I tell myself it's too difficult to do and then I just don't do it. So I'm well aware of the things that I'm doing here. Obviously, I'm a coach. I coach people through this, so I'm already aware of the steps that I need to take. So for me, I've identified that this is a block that I'm putting up and it's stopping me from succeeding. And one way that I've managed to overcome some of these blocks this year is by creating a new weekly habit, which is for me to do something that's out of my comfort zone. This week, it's this. It's not a vlog, it's kind of like a behind the scenes thing, but this isn't something that I usually do, although I will say that I'm quite enjoying it. This is the thing that's slightly out of my comfort zone, right? So I have to do one thing every single week out of my comfort zone, and I feel like next week my one thing will probably be switching up my style of TikTok content and posting. So if you are currently in a position where you're experiencing some kind of block or barrier that's stopping you from doing something that you know is going to help you in the long run, try doing what I'm doing, my out of my comfort zone hack. And I'll give you even another one, an additional hack here. I'll show you what I use to track it. So I use an app called Habit, not sponsored, where I basically track all of my habits. This is what my Habit app looks like. And I have certain habits I need to do on certain days. Like I've got a habit for uploading 3 pieces of YouTube content, including shorts. I have a green juice or a smoothie every day. I drink at least 2,000 milliliters of water. I need to walk 35,000 steps a week, journal 3 times a week, learn. So that's like when I'm watching someone else's masterclass or something. I need to do 2 hours of learning a week, move my body every single day. So sometimes gym, sometimes just going for a walk, read Monday to Friday for 30 minutes. At the bottom, I've got one there which says out of my comfort zone. So I think I put like the abbreviation of it. But that is the thing that I need to do every single week. And this is how I track it. So if you like being overly organized to the point of being a bit annoying like I do, then I recommend that app because I reckon it'll help you out. All right, so I'm gonna get some work done because I've not actually really looked at my emails or logged into anything at all day. So let's do that.
A few moments later.
Okay, so something that I've been considering doing, and I think I've now decided, actually, I'm gonna let you guys decide for me. So you know how I've been saying that I need to do more of these style videos and that I'm actually quite enjoying this one? I'm thinking of making this a key part of my YouTube strategy. I'm not framing it as a vlog because, as we've established, if I call it a vlog, then it freaks me out. And instead calling it behind the scenes, and I'll have a specific focus for every video. So this one's very much been about my mindset, but my next one will probably be about my camera equipment and upgrading it. And then another one after that could be about the fact that I've just hired my first full-time employee, what that looks like, how I did it. And then of course there'll be some that will just need to be vlog style format. Like for example, I'm going to America in 2 weeks to speak at a conference in San Diego for Social Media Marketing World, and then I'm going to LA. So I'm gonna vlog there. It's so much easier for me to vlog in another country just because I'm like, I don't know anyone here. So I'll vlog there, but I'm thinking of just doing this style of content for more behind the scenes, like personal stuff every now and again. Can you let me know in the comments if you like things like that and if you want me to do it? Because I would like to, but only if you guys want me to, you know? Hey there, I hope you're well. I'm just gonna spend the next 5 to 10 minutes just giving you some audio feedback on your channel, just to ensure that you've got all the info you need to really start your process in Creator Income Academy on the best foot forward as possible.
A few few moments later.
I'm about to log on to my first coaching call of the day, and you'll be pleased to know that I've also just very quickly filmed and edited a TikTok video. I just thought, rip the band-aid off. A thought came to mind that I thought would be worth sharing with people. I just thought, record it quickly, doesn't need any editing, just get it up and running, you know? So, another thing out of my comfort zone this week. That's 2 things this week. Okay, let's dial in. By the way, I always think it's quite funny that I just do my calls sitting on my couch with like a pillow and my laptop, no lighting, nothing, because I see other coaches and when they do their calls, they've got like their fancy camera hooked up and like their backdrop is all amazing and mine's just from the couch. But my coaching calls are very chilled. If you've ever been in my programs, you'd know this. I want people to feel relaxed. Like I want you to feel like you can dial in from bed, you know? So this is just how I take them. Don't judge me.
Several hours later.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Jade Doesn't Want to Get Her Tripod Out. I'm literally balancing this on a bunch of books again. Right, so I've had my first call. I'm gonna make a really healthy lunch. I also just did the dishes if you're wondering why this looks like that. Do you know what, in my last vlog, which was a while ago, I was doing the dishes and I got a lot of comments from people saying like, you should get like a dishwasher that you can just put here, like a tabletop one. And if I'm being honest, I don't really want one because I kind of enjoy just like doing the dishes with a good podcast in. At the minute, I'm just watching a vlog. I'm watching Adiola Patron, who's like a UK vlogger, right? I just kind of like it. It's like my own downtime. Is that weird? I don't know. Okay, I think I'm gonna have halloumi, pitta, and like a smoothie. Okay, I'm probably gonna leave you guys here because otherwise you're just gonna be watching sped up footage of me on like 4 different calls. It's not interesting anymore. Also, I'm getting bored of trying to find creative ways for me to prop up my camera on different ornaments around my flat. Regardless, please let me know in the comments if you found this video useful, if you can relate to any of the mindset issues that I'm having. I feel like a lot of you will be able to. And let me know if you want more content like this for me because I really enjoyed filming this and I just wanna bring you guys more behind the scenes, you know? Anyway, I will see you in my next video. If you feel like hanging around and watching another one, I'm gonna link to one of my other vlogs so you can watch that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.